Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the CINCILINGUA membership program. Welcome to our live class this morning. It's great to have you with me. Always great to have you with me for the live classes. And of course, I just thank you for being members of our CINCILINGUA membership program. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day, and I hope all of you are looking forward to the weekend as it is almost here, everybody. So if you haven't met me yet, my name is Todd, and I am here in Cincinnati, Ohio, of the United States of America. And so today, as I hope you can see here, we are going to have a discussion about inventions. We're going to talk about inventions. And I am ready to begin. I hope all of you are as well, and I hope you're looking forward to this as I certainly am. So let's get started here. Inventions. Over here we have the windmill, we have a robot, we have, of course, the spaceship or the rocket ship, and we have another, looks like a robot or a bionic hand of some kind, a bionic hand. So inventions. All right, so I have a question for you all. What inventions do you use often at home? What inventions do you use often at home? Well, wow, we have some examples here in our beautiful pictures. We have a remote control. We have a remote control. We have a toaster where we put the bread into the toaster and make toast. We have a microwave. I use that a lot. I use the microwave. I'm a big fan of the microwave. I say I'm a microwave magician. I'm a microwave magician. Of course, we have our coffee maker. We have a coffee maker. I know a lot of people who probably would have a very difficult time with functioning and existing without that coffee maker. And of course, we have our washer and dryer here, so we can wash our clothes. Yeah, so other inventions may be, for example, a dishwasher. Of course, the computers, the smartphones, the tablets, all the devices out there, all the electronic devices out there. We have, well, in the past, we used to have CD players, but I think those are almost obsolete now. And we have stereo systems and, oh, wonderful. All these wonderful inventions. We have our, of course, the automobile. We have the lights. We have everything that is connected with the electricity. So a lot of different inventions. The refrigerator, of course, a great invention. So what inventions can you think of, and what inventions do you use often at home? Okay, let's go on to question 2 here. What inventions would you not want to live without? What inventions would you not want to live without? Well, me, I would not want to live without my computer or my computers. I use my computers a lot. Of course, I'm speaking to you by way of computer. So I depend a lot on my computer, so I would not want to live, at least not for very long, without my computer. I also enjoy my stereo system. I would not want to live without my stereo system or without my headphones. What about you? What inventions would you not want to live without? I know a lot of people who would not want to live without their smartphone. Would not want to live without their smartphone. I would not like to live without a refrigerator. You know, a refrigerator. That's an important thing to have there. And so, yeah, yeah. So that's me. What about you? What inventions would you not want to live without? What do you think is history's most important invention and why? What do you think is history's most important invention and why? Okay, so we have some examples here. We have the light bulb. We have the light bulb. We have the train. Um, we have the water there. Well, water is an invention, but we have the faucet there. All of these are pretty important, right? We have the invention of different kinds of drugs. Of course, we have the wheel. Okay. And there's the refrigerator over there. We have the refrigerator and we have a fire. Not that we invented fire, but we have to learn to control fire, ways of controlling it. We have the photograph there. But the wheel, history's most important invention, I think, is the wheel. I without the wheel, I don't know. I don't know, but I would say the wheel is probably the most important, and then the harnessing of electricity, I would say, is the second most important. And I will say that the person responsible for that is none other than Nikola Tesla, the person responsible for harnessing the power of AC current, alternating current. So yeah, the wheel and electricity. Those are my those. I think those are history's most important inventions. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think is the most useless invention? What do you think is the most useless invention? Oh, wow. Now I really have to think about that one, you know? Um, ah, yeah, this is a tough one for me to think about a useless invention. Um, yeah, I almost, I almost want to say the doorbell. The doorbell, I just don't understand the concept of a doorbell because why can't people just knock on the door? You know, I don't think a doorbell was really, of course they're very, very popular and of course people use them, but I don't understand why somebody or how the idea ever came to be. It's like, oh no, we need a bell to alert us that somebody is at the door. I don't know. I don't know. Is that really that important to have a doorbell? Can't somebody just knock on the door? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not easy for some people to hear somebody knocking on the door. But okay, so just for lack of anything better to think of right off the top of my head, I'm going to say the doorbell is a useless invention. But maybe you strongly disagree with that. What do you think is the most useless invention? The most useless invention. And I'm going to add here, there are probably many, 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 many useless inventions out there, but they're so useless, I just haven't heard of them. I don't know about them because they're useless and they don't and they're not very popular. So maybe that's why I can't really think of anything other than maybe the doorbell. But yeah, so there you have it. Okay. Let's see. Number 5. What invention would you like to see in the next 5 to 10 years? What invention would you like to see in the next 5 to 10 years? Oh my gosh, another difficult question to answer here, because 5 to 10 years with all the technology just so quickly advancing. It's even hard to speculate what kinds of inventions are going to be available to us in 5 years or 10 years. But let's think about this. What invention would I like to see in the next 5 or 10 years? How about something like a jetpack? Okay, if anybody out there if any of you remember the cartoon The Jetsons, the Jetsons, they got around with a jetpack, and they could fly from one place to another using their jetpack. Well, I'd be up for that, put my jetpack on and just fly. Or how about this? The time machine. Could you imagine be able to go into the future or go back into time, having a real time machine? Do you think that's even a possibility? Can you imagine that? Well, okay, yeah, I'm all about that. So I'd say my choices here would be a jetpack or a time machine. A time machine. What do you think? What are your ideas for the future inventions? If you were going to invent something, what would it be? If you were going to invent something, what would it be? Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I would invent a new kind of a musical instrument. A new kind of a musical instrument. I like music. I listen to a lot of music, and I like different kinds of music. My favorite musical instrument is the guitar. I like all kinds of guitar music. I love the guitar. But of course, I like other instruments also. So maybe a blending of different kinds of stringed instruments or something like that. So, yeah, maybe I would invent a new musical sport or a musical instrument. Another idea I would have maybe is to invent a new sport, invent a new kind of a sport. But what about you? What would you invent if you were going to invent something? It's an interesting question, isn't it? Number 7. What are some newer inventions that you have heard about recently? What are some newer inventions that you have heard about recently? Wow. AI, right? AI, artificial intelligence is just an amazing phenomenon. In my opinion, it's an amazing phenomenon, and it's just getting going faster and faster and getting scarier and scarier by the day. So some newer inventions. Well, okay, doesn't seem so new, but we have now the different forms of communication. We have Zoom. We have Zoom. We have Skype. We have these different platforms of communication available to us. Of course, we have different kinds of digital programming. We have all the different kinds of apps and applications that are available to us. And we have the different kind of devices. We have the computers, the new computer chips that are just ultra fast. We have devices that are just incredibly powerful compared to what they were just a few years ago. So yeah, just all of that, and all of it is just accelerating so quickly. So yeah. What do you think? What do you think about that? What are some newer inventions that you have heard about recently? There's an invention out there. It's called the AI pin. The AI pin. It's available, I think, only in the United States right now, but it's made by a company named Humane. Humane. It's an amazing device. It's an amazing device. It's only a small little thing, and you put it on you hook it on your shirt, and it will do everything a smartphone does. It's amazing. Check it out. Okay, so I've moved on to our 8th question here. Do you like to try new inventions? Do you like to try new inventions? Why or why not? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so here we have virtual reality here, virtual reality. Yeah, it depends. I like computers. I'm not a high tech guy, really. I'm not, but I do like computers, and I like to try new computers, see how they work, and see how fast they are, how powerful they are, etc. So yeah, I like those. You know, I don't play video games. When I was a child, I used to play video games. I enjoyed them for a few years, but I haven't played video games for a very long time. So eh, I don't I don't know, but I probably would enjoy something like a virtual reality boxing kind of an activity, or maybe a martial arts kind of thing. I've never tried it, but I know they exist, like a combat sport, and I think I would enjoy that. I think I would enjoy something like that, but I haven't done so far. So yeah, I like to try new inventions. I like to try new things. Again, some things I would probably be more interested in than others. What about you? Do you like to try new inventions, and why or why not? Number 9. If you lived in a primitive cabin and could only have one invention to use, what would it be and why? You lived in a primitive cabin and you could only have one invention to use, what would it be and why? So our primitive cabin there is in the center. Okay. Well, no doubt for me, I would want my computer. My computer. Why? Because I could do so much with it. With one computer, I can have music, right? Because I am a music fan. I listen to a lot of music. I could have I watch boxing, I watch martial arts, especially on the weekends. So I would have that. Of course, I would need Wi-Fi. I would need the internet. So I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't have Wi-Fi available in a primitive cabin. So if I didn't have Wi-Fi, my computer may not be very well, I would be very limited on what I could do on my computer, right? So, but then again, you may not have in a very primitive cabin like that. You may not even have electricity, so you would have to have, you would have to have something that operates on batteries, for example. So, but my choice, given that I could have Wi-Fi, would be computer. What about you? What would you choose? Now, if I didn't have electricity, if I didn't have if I didn't have electricity, I may need fire. You're right. That would be the most essential thing, or I may need some kind of running water. So, what do you think? What do you think about that? What would you use in a primitive cabin? Number 10. What inventions can you think of that do not use electricity? What inventions can you think of that do not use electricity? Yeah, okay, here we have some good examples, don't we? We have a spoon, no electricity needed there. We have this horse and carriage there. Looks like maybe some Amish people are enjoying their horse and carriage ride there. You have a rake to rake the leaves. You don't need electricity for that. Of course, you don't need electricity for a toothbrush. And yeah, so there some good examples of inventions. You don't need electricity for a pen or a pencil, right? A writing utensil. You don't need electricity for a watch, right? You wear a watch. You don't need electricity for that kind of an invention. You don't need electricity to listen to a battery operated radio, right? You don't need electricity to play the guitar. Of course, you have electric guitars, and yes, you do need electricity for those, but not for an acoustic guitar. You don't need electricity for other instruments, pianos, violins, etc., harps. So, yeah, a lot of musical instruments. You don't need electricity for them. So, there you go. A lot of ideas there. All right. Now, why do you think that inventions continue to change? For example, the car. Why do you think that inventions continue to change? Well, because I don't know. I would say that this is just the way people are. Our nature. We are creative by nature, and we change things to simplify our lives. That's what technology really is all about, to make things easier for us, right? And so that's who we are, and so that's what we do. We make things easier by making inventions more user friendly, and capable of doing more for us. So I think inventions change because people change, because people are uh, always looking for ways to make their lives easier, to simplify their lives, and to make their lives more efficient. Now, whether or not they are successful in doing such in the long term is a different question. But yeah, that's why I think inventions continue to change. Do you think that technology improves our lives? In general, yes. In general, yes, I do. However, there are, in my opinion, great risk to technology. The current AI, artificial intelligence, um, uh, surge is potentially dangerous, in my opinion. Um, I'm fascinated by it. I'm absolutely fascinated by it. It's amazing to me, and it's almost magical. But I do believe that it poses potential risk and potential dangers to human beings. Um, so on that, yes, I do believe technology improves our lives, but not without risk um, involved. Okay, so my opinion. Number three, are there any inventions that you think should not have been invented? Are there any inventions that you think should not have been invented? Yeah, maybe the different kinds of inventions that seem to um that seem to promote smoking. Okay. The different kinds of pipes, the different kinds of cigarettes, or uh, these kind of uh, these kind of things I don't think are healthy. I don't think they're helpful in the short term for anybody, or in the long term. The vaping craze that is current now, and all of that. I don't think those inventions um, should have been invented. Um, and I would argue also that some drugs out there that are very commonly used and abused, I think they do more harm than good. So it would have been better if they had not been invented. But yeah. So again, what about you? What about you? What do you think about that? Number four, the original light bulb is still burning in a Thomas Edison Museum in Louisville, Kentucky, right across the river from Ohio, where I am here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And why do you think companies make products so that they won't last? The original light bulb is still burning in a Thomas Edison museum in Louisville, Kentucky. Why do you think companies make products so that they won't last? So that they won't last. Why? Well, because they have to come out with a new and improved model. And then when they come out with the new and improved model, they will raise their prices, and you will have to purchase the new and improved model. Yeah, so if something just lasted forever, you would never, you wouldn't have to buy the new product. You wouldn't have to buy anything. So yeah, so that's my theory. That's my theory. Um, you make companies, or you make companies make products that have a certain lifespan, and then you have to buy the new and improved version of that particular product. Yeah, there you go. All right, number 5. If one day the grid, the whole matrix of the internet, electricity, of all the dynamic connections, that whole matrix, if one day the grid goes down, what inventions will people rely on to make it, to survive? What inventions will people rely on to survive? Well, how about candles? Candles for light, maybe flashlights for light, firewood and fire, uh, like a a fireplace for fire and heat. Maybe well, yeah. So we're gonna be down. If that were to happen, we'd be down to the bare essentials. Maybe bicycles. Yeah, bicycle. There's a great invention, by the way. Bicycles, great invention. Yeah. So I think those are in different kind of uh, devices to with wheels, so that we can take things back and forth, different places, transport things and people back and forth with simple mobile devices for transportation, employing the wheel. So yeah. If the grid goes, we're in a lot of trouble, everybody. We're in a lot of trouble if the grid goes down. So but yeah, those are my ideas. What about you? What do you think? What will happen if the grid goes down? Oh, I think we'll continue to use silverware. We'll continue to use pens and paper. And but yeah, the fireplace will be necessary for cooking and for etc. grills, things like that. So what do you think about all that? Everybody, I want to thank you again for attending the CINCILINGUA membership live class. It's always great fun to have these classes with you on board here. I hope that every one of you out there is looking forward to the weekend, and I hope you're looking forward to joining me for our next live class. And on that, again, everybody, my name is Todd. I am here in Cincinnati, Ohio, of the United States of America, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful remainder of your day. Bye-bye.